Greetings, esteemed action figure collectors and appreciators of posable plastic. It's your brother King Ape back again with another action figure discussion, and today we will be taking a look at Mattel Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Man-at-Arms. So, all of you can see the brand new release from Mattel right here, the new iteration of Man-at-Arms, and this is the beautiful new packaging that they have him in. I'm just letting this turn around so you guys can get a look, and so I can talk to you and just see how everybody's doing. I hope everybody's doing well. Make sure you guys subscribe, and for all of you who have already subscribed, I want to just give you a huge shout out, mad love to everybody who's part of Ape Nation. It's good to have you here at the beginning. It's only going to get better. We're just going to keep on rising and keep on enjoying these action figure discussions. And make sure you guys, leave a comment and just give me your thoughts on the figure as we talk about it and we dive into the whole mythology of Masters of the Universe. So let me get this off of the spinning pedestal and we'll get that out of the way and get into it. So I'm gonna try to go a little faster with my discussions, not too fast, but I don't want to hold you guys too long. So we'll look at the back here first and give you guys an up close look. Here's some of the figures that are going to be available soon. Here's a little bio on Mr. Duncan himself, Man-at-Arms. If you want to pause that, take a look. This is the barcode if you want to order him. Here's the front of the new style packaging. You see we have the art right there. And it looks like it's a callback to some of the original concept art, which is really awesome. You can see some sky sleds right here in the background. You can even see a glimpse of the battle ram. And up here in the corner is the Wind Raider, which is pretty cool. At the top of the packaging, it says Masterverse. I like that. I like that they changed up the packaging. Of course, at the bottom, front, Masters of the Universe, New Eternia. You have some nice art here on the side. They always do a good job with the art. Kind of matches the background that I have here today. And then there's the obligatory shot of the product that's inside. You have two different head portraits, which is very interesting. So let's get old Duncan Man-at-Arms out of his plastic solitude so we can get a better look at him. It looks like there's a side section right here that holds, I guess, accessories. Okay, so let's make sure that's empty. Yep, that looks like that's empty. Appreciate you guys coming through as always. It's always a pleasure to talk figs with you all. And I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on the toy fair. They had a few, NECA was showing off some of their product that's coming up. Looks like some new gargoyles. One confirmation was Macbeth and Gabriel. They're gonna do Gabriel, looks like. So I'm looking forward to those. And they showed a better shot of Cold Stone. I thought that was pretty cool. He looked pretty cool. So, all right, we got that. We've got old Man-at-Arms himself. All right. So, we always take a look at the accessories first. Save the best for last, so I'll stand Duncan right there. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so we can get the full effect. Oh, that background looks awesome, man, guys. I think that looks great. So he comes with a helmet and a removable helmet, which is really awesome. I did not expect that. That's pretty cool. There's the details on it. It looks like it's just a really shiny powder blue plastic with just some orange paint around here and here. So that's that. There's his mace. You know, this is his trademark weapon. Looks like it spins, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if the other ones spin like that. We'll take a look. Of course, he comes with extra fist with horizontal hinges for the left and right. You know, just your basic plastic, green plastic. Looks like they're okay. Looks like they're the same size. I wasn't sure. Looks kind of, I don't know. Looked like the left one was a little bit smaller than the right one, but anyways. And then he has this really beautiful bonus head portrait. Sans the mustache. There's some tech around here, around the fitted, I don't know if that's what you would call that, skull cap or whatever. I think that looks really good. Good paint on the face. Really has that animated comic book style. I don't know if this is if this is a callback to some of the original concept art when they were designing Man-at-Arms or not. I'm not sure, but let's get into the man himself. Here he is, Duncan. Start with the head, really good head sculpt. And if you guys notice, the helmets are different, significantly different. This one has more of a retro look, so I'm going to show them side by side so you guys we can just appreciate the little details that I think Mattel is really stepping it up with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. I mean, they've really hit their stride with both Origins and Masterverse. Yeah, there's some paint. I just wanted to show that. But there's some, you know, some subtle paint, red, and then you've got some green here on some of the tech parts. And it looks like this side of the helmet has an extra piece of tech. Maybe, I don't know if it's how he communicates or I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on down. We've got the front part of his vest, his armored vest. Paint here, kind of a copper color on the hose. Everything else, oh, and then you have some brown trim on the fur. The rest is just tech. We've all seen this belt before. The loincloth is different though. This has more of a leather type texture, which is different than the fur loincloth. He has the one shin guard. Then he has the boot with the nice piece right here for the boot, straps, all in a brown color. The bottom, very smooth, not much in a way of sculpting. Here, let's take a look at the left arm. Oh, that's pretty nice, man. The two swords crossed, which is I don't know if that's his, the emblem for Man-at-Arms. And then the rest of that armor piece comes down. Gauntlet, covering the arm, protecting the top of the left hand. This side is just a bare arm with the wrist bracelet. Let's turn them around. Has a nice little insignia right here, painted in, it looks like a kind of a flat gold. Have storage area for the mallet, and these are the clasps where the vest clasps on. It looks like now, instead of before, you had the straps that went through the holder and it had notches to hold it in place. But now it looks like they're using like a mushroom peg hole system. Okay, so we'll see how that works out. Coming on down, here's the back of the boot. It looks like it's designed to stay on and not be removed like some of the other versions. There's the boot in the back where it splits. Really, that's where you would grab it to pull it on. So that's why it's designed that way. So I like that. I think it looks not a whole lot of paint, but the sculpt is good. What paint is applied is applied very, very clean. The face is kind of shiny. I think it could have probably would have looked better with matte paint, to take away some of that shininess, but it definitely gives it a toy. You definitely see it as being a toy. So, not too bad. Now I wanted to see something, if this is removable. I was just wondering if you could take off this Oh yes, it comes off, you guys. Look at that. How awesome is that? So this helmet is removable, and then you can put the version that we're all really familiar with. Let me see if I can do that on camera. Boom. Look at that. How cool is that, man? How cool is that? I think that's really awesome that they included swappable helmets, man. You have kind of the retro, maybe even the concept version, and this is the version they finally finalized. I'm just really, shout out to Mattel for making that decision to release some of the concept art into action figure form. So let's get into range of movement. So I start at the foot. So the foot goes down that much, up that much. So it's on a ball hinge. Get that much pivot at the ankle, which is quite a bit. Then at the knee, double hinge, pinless, which Mattel has done with Masterverse from day one. Thigh cut, we already discussed that thigh cut. Okay, swivel at the boot are at the bottom of the knee, so that's good. It's nice and clean, so aesthetically that looks good. The legs spread out that much. There's how the articulation points look at the hip. Ball socket connection, that's good. Good range. Leg comes out up that much. It feels like it's getting stuck. So let's see on this side. Comes up that much, which is good. Good range. Midsection, just your typical waist cut, and then upper torso. Oh, he's eating Ab Crunch cereal, y'all. He's eating Ab Crunch cereal out of the base of his armored vest here. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good Ab Crunch. If you think about some of the other figures, they don't get that much. So not so much back, but he does get a good bit going forward. And you just have to move his head up a bit. But right there, swivels at the top. Really good range. Coming to the arms. So on this side, this is all connected. There's no, on the previous versions, they always had a strap where it tabbed in and it had notches to hold it in place. It looks like they decided to just have this all connected as one piece. But let's see if it hinders the articulation a lot. So it looks like you're only going to get about that much. It is double hinged, as you can see, but it's just going to probably be challenging to get it to bend any more than that on that side. The hand horizontal, but you can turn it this way and moves vertical. Arm comes up that high though, so the shoulder pad kind of gets out of the way so you can get his arm up. You do have bicep swivel. Now on this side, of course, much better range because there's no armor there to hinder the articulation, the movement. Double hinged on that side. You get good range there. Pinless, looks really good, nice and clean. The bracelet moves. You get looks like you get a vertical hinge on this hand, which is nice because that's going to be usually the hand where he holds his mallet. Head movement, of course, no problem moving his head. He moves it down that much. He can look up about that much, not really, but much. But if you bend him backwards, he can get a little more of looking up. So did I go over everything for articulation? Yes. So that's his arms up like that. And no butterfly hinge, so you don't have to worry about the butterfly hinges. So, I mean, your typical Masterverse articulation. And let's see. So on the back, of course, this is how you would store the mallet if you wanted to. Or you could store it up like this, which would probably be a little more difficult because it's clashing. If you look right there, it's clashing with that part. So I think it probably would, and this piece looks like it's coming out. So it probably looks better to store it that way. But let's do a little swaps, a few little swaps, and then we'll do some comparisons. Then I can get you guys on out of here. So this piece here, I don't know if I showed this piece. This looks like it connects to our, you take this, maybe you take this off. Let's find out if this disconnects. Okay, that disconnects right there. And you can attach this part. So you can, this is basically simulating that the mallet has become weaponized. The ball chain has come out. And he's man at arms getting ready to do his thing. Going to battle against Skeletor and the minions, his minions. Yeah, that's a nice little thing that they included. That's pretty cool. So I'll do one hand swap, just so you guys can see. It's a peg system. I'll peg in the left fist And, oh, just so you know, this is removable. So you have that option. If you want to take that off, you can take that off. Slides back on. And there it is. Heard it pop. There's the fist, him with the fist. There you go. Of course, the vest is removable. So I'll show that real quick as well. First time taking off, boom, like that. Then you pop the head, which I'm gonna do anyway because I wanna put the other head on. So that's how he looks. The similar buck that we've all seen before. Okay. And yeah, I like this. I like the mushroom peg. Let's see if it goes back on as easy as it came off. Let's see, like that. And then the other one. Okay, boom, not too bad. I think this is better. I'm glad I hope they do this going forward because the strap system, they tend to come loose a lot of times and the vest comes off. So let's pop this head portrait on. I didn't really hear a pop when I was putting it on, but I think it's on. Oh man, looks like I might have to work with that one a little bit, but that's how he looks with that helmet, with the retro style helmet. See what you guys think of that. I think he looks pretty good. Same articulation. You know, if you ever feel like there's a little bit of stickiness or it's a little rub, just do the hot water treatment. See, it popped. So that was good. All right, that's good. Good pop. All right, so I think that looks good. I think he looks, I actually like this. I like this release. I like this version of Man at Arms. He has if you know, looking at him, he has kind of that Filmation kind of look to him. And he has some of the mini comic look, a lot of versions of you know, kind of mashed into one. So let's take a measurement. Let's do the measurement. Old Duncan is coming in at about 7 inches. That's pretty much the going height for most Masterverse figures. And now we'll bring in some other versions of Man at Arms. So this is the first iteration that we got of Man at Arms. Of course, I kind of modified. Well, I didn't really modify them. I just got the blaster from the old Masters of the Universe Classics weapons assortment pack. So, but you guys can see the difference where, you know, this version has the fur loincloth with some, you know, with a wash, and then the fur around the boots. The boots are totally different. You know, this is more of a leather type of loincloth. And this was the mallet that he came with. So this is a totally different type of mallet. It's kind of similar, but you know, the ball is more recessed, and you know, it's a wider, and the pieces protruding out of here are a lot shorter. These are a lot longer. So those are some of the differences there. There's definitely some differences when you look at the helmets. Like I said, he looks more like the Filmation mini comics version. This one looks more like the new cartoon, Masters of the Universe. Was it Revelations? And here's another version. This is the deluxe Man at Arms. This is the version that we see on Masters of the Universe Revelations, where after Eternia, the magic is gone. He kind of goes into hiding. So this is just a third-party cape I threw on him. This is the cosmic key. I think that came in one of the weapons packs or something like that. So that's how they look together, side by side. And I'll bring in a couple of more. I'll bring in his daughter, Tila. Him and Sorceress's love child. I'll bring in Orko, who's always been there with Men at Arms. So I'll bring those in. Okay. Bring those out. Then I'll show him with Vicron and my other version of King Grayskull. So that's how you guys can. And these are appear. They seem like they are. When I'm looking at them, they are taller. You know, especially if we, you know, how we do the side by side. You know, that's my thing, you guys, showing from the side. Yeah, they're visibly taller. Let's see how he looks with the other versions of himself, how they size up. Yeah, they're about the same height. Then Tila is, yeah, she's shorter. So, okay. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. So there he is, you guys. This is the new Eternia version of Men at Arms. So that storyline is basically, from what I understand, let me see, maybe I can look right quick. Oh, when reality cracked, there basically is a whole different Eternia, and they have to rebuild and reestablish and find their way again. So this is a good offering. I like the direction Mattel is going in with the Masterverse line, but I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts, what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And once again, go ahead and subscribe. You know, I'm steady. You know, I'm trying to get a steady flow of videos up for you guys to check out, and you know, just sit back and talk about the action figure, go over its details, and then, you know, other things, other aspects of that particular line. So let me know what you guys think about this figure, what you think about Masterverse, what you think about what you think about Masters of the Universe Origins. You know, some of you guys I know collect those figures, and just, you know, if you want to also let me know what you think about some of the earlier concept art and some of the paint work that they did on the box art early, you know, the early versions of Masters of the Universe. Give me you guys' thoughts. I know what is his name? Alcala? He's one of the known artists that did a lot of Masters of the Universe artwork back in the day, kind of. And I think they took a lot of cues from Frank Frazetta So I think that's always awesome because whenever I look at these characters, I just see a little bit of his influence in there. So it's just a fun line. Overall, I enjoy collecting Masters of the Universe, Masterverse. I've collected different versions of it all through my life, from the original version to the Masters of the Universe classics. I tried to get into 2000X stuff, but it was at that time it was kind of hard to chase those figures down. And even though Four Horsemen were doing the sculpt work and paint, I just really didn't like the lack of articulation. So this by far is probably my favorite version. The second would be Masters of the Universe classics. So good job, Mattel. Keep up the good work. I personally think that it's a solid figure, and I'll be, just diving into some of the other releases over the next few days, and we can talk about them as well. So you guys take it easy. Thank you for coming through. Once again, much love to Ape Nation. Just hit subscribe and you can become part of it. And thank you for helping the channel grow. Much love to all of y'all. Until next time, love, peace, and plasticness.